it's your boy Jorrun Comedy. Woo-hoo! Guess who just came back? Ow! Yay! Hey guys, it's your boy Jorrun Comedy. Spreading that positivity out there. It's your boy Jorrun.
What a dumbass name that is, you know?
I do it all for you. All of this is for you. It's not about me. If you're tired of your girlfriend, but you're still free, you can send her to me. Ow! Yay! I'm so funny.
Mwah!
Guys.
I went from 0 subscribers to 0 subscribers pretty much overnight. It's a real milestone. I turned real life events and people into fairy tales.
So, bomb drop. I'm gonna make a movie. How cool is that, right? Right?
Bomb drop. I'm still a virgin at this advanced stage.
That's me.
Because my standards are so high.
Woo-hoo! Yay! Ow!
How about stealing bread? How about stealing bread? I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
How cool is that?
My precious princess is here. Mwah! Where is she gone?
Hey guys, it's your boy Jorrun Comedy. Spreading that positivity out there. It's your boy Jorrun.
What a dumbass name that is, you know?
If you're tired of your girlfriend, but you're still free, you can send her to me. Ow! Yay! I'm so funny.
Mwah!
Guys.
I went from 0 subscribers to 0 subscribers pretty much overnight. It's a real milestone. I do music, I do original sketches, I do a bunch of stuff, and I will do a bunch more.
Okay, so that's the video.
Yay! I look forward to all the support I will be getting from all you guys.
Ow! I might need to get a lawyer.
God, I forgot what a piece of art that is. On every level, visually, auditorially, the video even smells good. Damn. Shout out to Weird Versions for that incredible piece of art. And shout out to Jorrun, the man without which we would not be here today. We would not be... Oh, hey, that reminds me. We would not be clowning on this ogre over here. And, well, check it out. Let me... Hey, I'm back. This time, we're actually doing things a little bit different. Same old director's commentary, but I have a different guest with me. I had a lot of fun the other day speaking on this video with Callie Slimebucket Witch Lady, who's in the chat right now. How's it going? And today I have somebody I don't believe I have collaborated with before, I think. Does that sound right, Mr. Slash?
No, I think we've talked on the phone once or twice before, but we've never been on the same stream together.
Mm-hmm. That's
a
better relationship, I think, than Jorrun had with like Clobbering Time and Teacup Recipes, who we thought were like his best friends.
Yeah, Chef, his best friend Chef, you know.
He lives near him. How cool is that?
Yeah, and we all live near each other apparently. If you know, depending on what you believe near to be.
The world is very small to join. There is no distance he won't consider traveling, but when it comes time to like actually, pretty sure they could catfish him and say, "Oh, I live like right across the street from you." let's go hang out. He'd pussy out. He wouldn't go.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, Sheila was, I think, Australian, so they were able to at least catfish him there. But now, yeah, just say that you're across the street and see what he says. But
He'd peek through your windows. We know that.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, he has the police report. That's such a funny police report. Like, he has his cool leather jacket on. He was staring through people's windows.
What actually transpired during that time where he interacted with the police and the time leading up to it was probably funnier than any Funny Please skit he ever participated in. It would have read like an SNL skit, or like I could see him like peeking out of the hedges and like the audience studio laughter coming in, and then the cops show up behind him, and Jorrun's like talking to himself like, oh, I can't believe I'm getting away with this. I'm getting to look into their window and there's no pigs anywhere. And he's right behind me, isn't he?
Well, those are basically all his Funny Please sketches, because he always writes himself as the Kramer, like coming in at the end to like the big applause. So that's his SNL skit, is the police are talking about a creep, and then finally at the end of the skit, Jorrun walks out to ruckus applause for 2 minutes and then finally gets arrested.
Well, the only Kramer-esque element of his performance is the fact that he comes in at a very weird, unexpected, inconvenient time. That's it. It would be like if Kramer from Seinfeld came in and said, "Hey, it's me, the wacky neighbor next door," whoa, like, and just tried to do a bunch of stuff with his hands and like, I have all these jokes that I've prepared for our improv skit we're doing right now. Let me read from them. He also likes to narrate and give over exposition to his skits. Oh, I can't believe it's my first day here at the job as a mortician. I didn't have very much training at the community college in Delhi that I went to. It's also Delhi, the community college.
I don't know if he's ever heard of Show Don't Tell. Like, he really likes to tell. Like, we will pick up that you're starting as a mortician.
Yeah, as if the narrator intro joke, like, isn't and he underdelivered that.
That could be a funny joke, mortician school in Delhi, but like he delivers it so poorly.
He, in his head that he saw that mortician skit perfectly captured. There's no handheld kit, like probably perfectly shot with an HD camera. And he was going to have tons of energy, and it was all these jokes were going to land so hard, and they were so funny, all the things he wrote beforehand. But he's so like, I hate to use it, but like beta, like he can't get a little uncomfortable and get a little loud with it. You'd think, I'm out here giving him performance advice when he's probably spent more time giving performance advice than actually performing
right.
well. Yeah.
Right.
It's just sad. Like, yeah, I could probably remake that skit with the same jokes, just shoot it a little bit better, get a tripod, do a little editing work, and be audible and be heard, and not just milk a man's urine out of his penis.
Like,
that would happen regardless of whatever skit I was doing.
Like, a lot of his ideas aren't bad ideas. He's just very poorly executing them, and he doesn't understand what a joke is.
If this feels good, it's the holiday season. Where else would you rather be than listening to a live stream? A couple of folks just ragging on an old man who's not very funny. It feels good. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I'm getting something out of this that I used to, it's been a while. And I'm happy to come back. And thank you again for joining me, by the way. I'm glad. I am sorry what I'm about to subject you to for the next hour or so, but
that's okay.
We'll have some fun.
I guess I'm just gonna have to do Jordan streams this week because I did one yesterday with Cornville. Now I'm doing one today. Cornville and I still have to go back and finish our Kennedy and Jordan live stream, which maybe we'll do this week. So it's the week of Jordan apparently. So it's worked out perfectly fine.
The Kennedy Jordan is a double dose of cringe that I definitely cannot take a lot of in quick succession. I definitely need to like take some time. So good for you for spacing it out at all. I think you'd
Well,
go insane.
We didn't mean to. It's just we can't stop talking. It's just about how bad, and like you said, it's like cringeworthy, and the fact that Wes is the one that set it up. Like, hey, you guys will be really good together, and it's just this train wreck of
Wait
they
a
don't
minute.
talk about Lorne ever.
Wait, Wes told me that you and me would make a great stream partner pairing together.
You know
And
what?
he-
Come to think of it, he told me the same thing.
Huh. And he said...
You don't have donations on, do you?
Oh, I do, actually. If you want to donate and get your message read in Streamlabs, go ahead. But he said to bring up that story about how you went to Lorne's apartment in Utah that he lived in
Well,
famously.
it wasn't in Utah. It was in Wyoming.
Wow.
And there's
Oh,
a bunch of yellow
that's
mold
interesting.
in it, and it was very gross.
That story really boils down to that she just went to a broken down apartment in the wrong city.
And she doubles down on it too, which is funny. Like, she doesn't, and Jordan doesn't know anything, so from what I remember, I don't even think he corrects her.
Well, he's
because
not
he doesn't
listening.
know.
He's not
He's
listening.
not listening, and he doesn't know.
He's reading the chat, clicking and typing, scanning for trolls, scanning for trolls, scanning for breets.
He's refreshing Twitter every 5 seconds, and yeah, he's just. It's not even like an hour into the stream. I was re-listening to it, and it's like the first time Kennedy ever starts to begin to tell a story, you just hear like slapping on his keyboard, and she stops talking, and he just does the classic like right, like he has no idea what she just said.
Don't you hate it when people are streaming with guests and they're not paying attention to what the guests are saying and they're doing something very distracting and completely different? That's really annoying.
Like adjusting how what they look like on the stream. They're zooming in on their cameras.
I just wanted to pick his nose a little bit.
Picking Lorne's nose.
Yeah. Well, I got you here. I don't know if you've given your definitive opinion on this topic, but what is your take on what I would describe as the modern genie versus perhaps a more traditional iteration of genies? There's a lot of talk and stereotyping about modern genies versus the traditional. Where do you stand on the subject?
On which one I like more?
Yeah, which one brings more to the table for you sexually? I guess I would say.
You know what? I'm into a huge fat men, so I'd probably have to say the older versions of Genie. This new stuff with these hot women, get that out of here.
It's fan service. It's not real. It's not real genius.
Really, it's like Disney Star Wars bullshit. Get that out of here. Give me the old shit.
This country used to be about powerful male genies.
You could walk into any school in America, and right next to the American flag was a big fat genie. Make
Now
America
what do you get?
Genie again.
Here. Has anyone edited a high ponytail on Lorne's bald head yet?
After the stream, I will.
Okay. Your thumbnail game is on point, by the way.
Thank you very much. It would be easy on Lorne's because I don't have to remove any hair to do it.
Exactly.
Like, you just can slap hair on that head and be perfectly fine.
That's something you could probably crop if you edited it well enough. You could crop like part of his face and send it to Jorrun, and he may masturbate to it without realizing it.
Well, I think you could do the old, sort of elbow crease butt crack.
Oh,
Jordan
yeah.
To it.
Take a photo of the dent in your head at a certain angle.
And I have a fucking dent in my head.
What if he's ever fucking around on him performing improv and tries to save a dying scene, grabs a prop, sticks a plunger on his head. He's like, look at how silly I am. And he pulls it out and undents his head, and all of a sudden he has like total clarity and is like, oh my God, what have I done? What?
It's that bit of his skull has been pushing on his brain that
That's the genie lobe.
It's the genie lobe. He's matured. He's now his actual age. You know, he doesn't go on Instagram and like pictures of little kids. He doesn't sexually harass women. You know,
That's too much to ask.
It's all because his mom dumped him. You know, dropped him on his head when he was a baby.
It's really bad that he left the church of common sense at a young age. The church where they were like every week, hey, like don't like prey on women, don't like, you know, harass them, don't be cringe. And then he left. Church of Satan was like, yeah, that shit flies over here. Come on. He goes, the poor, you know, closeted homosexual has to sit through, you know, growing up church sermons are talking about burning in hell and sin, and deep down they just wish that they could be themselves. I just imagine him sitting in a church service where they're like, don't be so fucking unfunny that it makes everybody want to avoid you and hate you and cringe at you. Don't do that. And he's like, I gotta get out of here. I just want to be myself.
It's my calling.
Yeah, they're like, just be nice to other people. Don't be creepy. You know, just respect people's boundaries. I can't take it anymore.
Just like TLI said, it's honestly what I thought about when you said the suction cup on his head. You use one of those ones they use to undent cars, those like high-powered suction cups, and you just hear the crack.
I would be willing to bet that he would submit to such an experiment for money. Probably $80 is the point where he would let scientists just mess with his genetic code and mutate him or something.
Well,
give him
all
cancer.
you have to go is to go to any sort of open mic night somewhere in Rhode Island. You probably find them. So just take a little drive up there. It's not a very big place.
Does it startle anyone? I don't live in that area or really near it, but I am in the East Coast, in the Upper East Coast. There's a non-zero chance that some point in my life I may be within the same vicinity as him. Does that it's strange, but that bothers me more than like the idea of running into a predator from To Catch a Predator.
Well, I feel I don't think I would feel as starstruck if starstruck's like the not the best term to use, but I would love to run into Jordan because I mean, like you said before, and I hate using the term alpha and beta because I think it's bullshit, but you could fuck with him. Like you could go up and he wouldn't really defend himself. He'd just sort of cower away, as you saw in like all those West apology calls and stuff like that. So I think it would be a lot more fun to sort of meet him in public.
Yo, is that Steer music? Oh my God, dude! Where did your channel go? I'm your biggest fan.
Play. Yep, yeah. That's the play. Is you bring up his singing and how good he is. You don't let slip. You know who he is as far as a sexual predator. You know?
I followed you on Steer Music until the day that you erased all your videos, and then I immediately fell into a coma and woke up yesterday. This is so weird. What have you been up to, man? Are you? Did you
get ostracized from any online communities?
You probably did The Voice already, American Idol, something. Are you in the finals yet? Have you won? It's been a while. I assume that you've made your way into mainstream media by this point.
I mean, it is. I've said this before, Jim. It is weird how similar Jorrun and Lorne are. Like for Jorrun to come in this community basically centered around Lorne, and to have a lot of similarities to him is kind of, it just you more and more you think you're living in the Matrix or the Genie Tricks or whatever you want to call it with Jordan. Like it's just, you know, they're both 50. They think they're gonna make it as singers, you know.
And one's bald, laughing at the other,
and one's laughing at the other. Yep. And the list that Jorrun gives, like, oh, I'm better than you, Lorne. Yeah, we all are.
It seemed extensive when he said it because it's all bullshit. But in reality, he was really kind of struggling for things to say he's better than Lorne at. I mean, honestly.
oh yeah, I'm not a fucking pedophile. Bum bum bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of fun.
I speak better than you already is a bit of a stretch. That one I probably have the most.
Yeah, he drops a lot of ideas out there instead of idea. Like he does speak funny. He does speak with that sort of Massachusetts,
It
Rhode Island sort
consistently confuses plurality, like doesn't know
Woman.
woman and women. Yeah, it's such a weird thing to mess up saying twice, maybe, but he does it like 10, 12 times. It's
He thinks pretty woman is about like a group of women. Like
what the hell's going
it's like
on in New England, where if you once you learn how to say something, even if you were taught it incorrectly, or that's just it's burned into your brain and you can never say it correctly. That goes for Lauren too, you know. Or hours you were
wasn't were
yeah.
Was you?
Yeah, that's great. That video we just played, one of those the headshot of Jorrun, he does have blue eyes though. He does have bluer eyes than Lauren. That's a great flex.
Lauren's
somebody.
eyes look like Dementors have sort of sucked all the blue out of them. Like they're these very dull blue eyes.
They're like little tiny assholes. His asshole.
Blue assholes. Correct. Yeah. Go bleach your asshole blue, and you have Lauren's eyes.
Saying you have bluer eyes, and that it feels like if I was like, well, in case you were wondering how I stack up against Winnie's boyfriend/husband, I have more eyebrow hairs than he does. I have more. I have more scabs on my legs than he does.
Au contraire, my friend.
Who's got the scabbiest legs in the community?
Yeah.
Vote
All right,
now.
let me go get my camera real quick. Hang on.
But
That's the hill I die on.
Okay.
I have more scabs.
And so help me God, I will carve into my legs right now. Start scabbing. Hi, Catchy. I haven't really said hi to anybody in the chat. I definitely want to say hi to Catchy first. Allison, hello. Cian Jada, welcome back. Evil Little McNuggets. Evil Little McNuggets was not very keen to the fact that you were here. I believe that was their first comment. Says, "Ooh, who let you on?"
They are pretty. I like to call them Evil Little McSmuggy because they're very high and mighty about a lot of things. So I don't really pay attention to their opinions.
So you nickname your chatters, huh? Your commenters? Huh.
Oh well, that's our closeness. So
that's your trademark. That's your
well, after that, I
calling
usually
card.
then detail what color hair they have, where they live, all the personal features that I know about them. Is
like
what I
all
usually
those
say.
password security questions, like your first pet, the street you
Right.
grew up on. Yeah,
That's why I started streaming, Lauren, and asking people to send me in pictures of their pets, because those are typically security questions. So
that's clever. All right, we'll
because
play.
they email it into me, I got your email, and then you're telling me your pet's name.
And like, of course, I'm just a naturally curious person. I'd love to know the name of the street that you grew up on and what your PIN number is.
Usually how I do it is, what's your porn name? What's the street you grew up on in your first pet? Isn't that fun? We're having fun. Furiously writing it down quickly.
Is that whole thing just to get people's password security information? Am I realizing now that I've probably given out security answers to everybody who thought to ask me that question?
Am I breaking this news to you now?
This is all a scam. Oh, fuck. All right. Well, I've had enough of us laughing sincerely at funny things. Let's laugh.
Now we have to laugh sincerely at unfunny things.
Yes. It's a powerful... It's a hard to replicate reaction in the body, you know? I could try to make something unfunny for you to laugh at, and I don't think you would, you know?
Well, try me. If you've listened to my streams, I usually laugh at a lot of things, so...
Were you going to get shout out Eelreerg? Hey.
Well, I already knew that his porn name was Miles Long because I'm subscribed to him on Pornhub Premium, so...
That's incredible. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he always has these like very racially insensitive, like old school like Cleveland Indian pajama pants on. It's a niche fetish that Miles Long, does. So
You ever consider crossing over into the genie market, which is severely underrepresented right now?
it is.
Oh yeah.
It is.
I I think it was when I was streaming on Callie's channel like 2 weeks ago. I had suggested that we all upload videos to Pornhub with the title like Hot Genie Porn or Hot Genie Roleplay with a thumbnail
Right, yep.
of like a hot girl
Yep.
and a high pony, but the video is just like 2 girls, 1 cup or something. Because like statistically, eventually he's going to find one of those and he's going to fall for it. Just
will.
hit
And
he's
then-
got his dick out ready to go. He clicks the video. It's himself.
Right.
Yeah,
It's that picture of Osama bin Laden watching TV, but we've just photoshopped Jordan's face on it, and it's just him watching 2 girls, 1 cup.
If you all
Did I
wanna-
say fans earlier? Is that why Allison is making fun of me because I said fans? I meant to say like viewers.
voyeurs,
Yeah, my voyeurs. You guys are all my voyeurs.
you're watching the car wreck unfold. I don't know why anybody subscribes to me still or expects any sort of regular content or any regular quality of content. I'll get y'all hooked on this Jorrun shit, and then I'll just upload like 50 videos having to do with the Buffalo Bills just to turn off my audience and have no consistency whatsoever. And then once I build up a following there, pivot back to TCAP and Jorrun. It's my hope to turn one of the current Buffalo Bills athletes on the starting roster into TCAP streamers. I hear Von Miller
I will
has a
say-
podcast. I've never checked it out. Maybe we'll do a crossover.
Oh, perhaps. I will say I do love the thumbnail of your most recent short of you just shirtless with the evil tattoo on your chest.
Sometimes, very rarely am I blessed with just an auto-generated like thumbnail that'll perfectly capture whatever, like
Your
the highlight of
face,
the videos.
like-
Yeah. Mhm.
You're deep in acting face right there. You're like, you honestly look like it's like a perfume ad, like just the face that you're giving off.
It's an art. Buffalo. That's Good Sports and Tom Grossi. Follow both of them. Yes.
Yes, they are very good.
It was a rough week for me fantasy-wise, but hey, we're not here to dwell on that. I want to hear Jorrun explain Jorrun. Jorrun to Jorrun, just Jorrun translating Jorrun is what
Yes.
Jorrun to English. Jorrun to Jorrun translation. Jorrun to Jorrun to English. We're doing the English part to English. He's translating himself into himself.
Yes, my 1 year stream anniversary is coming up here in about 2 weeks, and I think I'll just watch my first stream and just do a commentary over top of it.
Will you do that every single year you're on YouTube?
Well, I think this next year will just be me commentating on whatever stream I did the year prior. So, like, this next year is just going to be me re-listening to all of my old, I don't know, 100 streams that I've done so far, just on that day. So, not going to be a lot of new content, so...
You don't want to do a stream and then do a director's commentary on it like a month later? You don't think that's...
Immediately to explain everything? That's probably a good idea.
Maybe he
Keep it
was
fresh
frustrated with how few numbers his videos were doing. It was like, I see what's going on here. My humor is too advanced for this stupid group of people, so I have to literally spell out the jokes. So, and he was right. It is so funny that oftentimes I don't even find myself laughing at it at all. I assume it's because I don't understand it.
It is just it's that kind of thing where you're laughing internally, but
his name is Jorrun Comedy. How could what he's saying be unfunny if he's got comedy in the name? Doesn't make any sense. Let's listen in. We're gonna pick up exactly where we left off the other day too.
All right.
Let's listen.
That's the hard part. Yes. Let me see. All right, where am I at here?
Love the tongue roll.
TCAP says, I'm doing Lauren's cooking show now. I'm going to blow my channel up. Haha. Yeah. If you guys don't know Chef, I'm sure you probably do. That's where Chef got the idea for his entire channel. He's like, Lawrence Texas, that's cooking.
His name's Chef. I mean, it's TCAP. I call him Chef. We're close like that. We're on a first name basis. He told me his first name is Chef.
I'm gonna throw him a bone here. I know I'm a lot bigger than him. So here you go, Chef.
Chef, as he calls him, TCAP Recipes at the time had been regularly for probably 2 years, maybe at that point, been putting out really fantastic content and was very well known in the community. So it's so stupid that he's like shouting
right.
out,
He's
like
Jordan at this point is new to where all of his viewers are people coming from
other people's
somebody
channels.
promoting him, like clobbering and stuff. So like when I started, like Cornville sent people to me. It's like I'm not going to sit there and say if you know who Cornville is because everybody's there because of Cornville. Like now that you're maybe a year in and you get the comments like, oh, I just found this channel and stuff like that. But this is Jordan like 2 days into him making content where he's trying to explain who this very big person in the community is. Like he's not known.
And you know who would really agree with that point is Claw. I call him Clob. His name's Clobbering Time. In case you guys don't know, he makes like TCAP content. In case you guys want to go check him out, just trying to promote like up and comers, you know. So
yeah, just trying to throw him a bone, you know.
There's a guy that is really into TCAP, like better than anybody else. His name's Chris Hansen. He like really goes into it.
He just found out about it. And he's doing a lot of videos about it.
He's back, baby. I guess. I don't know. I'm not paying for fucking True Blue or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those yet.
They may be fantastic, and I will not know.
Nope.
Not until Joey or somebody uploads the highlights, but yeah.
Okay. I will cook the same things. I'll do them properly, and they'll be...
What does he mean by that? I'll do them properly.
Well, he's talking as Chef. He's not talking as Jorrun.
Okay.
Because he's saying, like, this is what Chef thought, why he started is because Lauren did the cooking shows, but I'll do them properly. So it did sound like...
So we're now in the Jorrun explaining Jorrun video. We're having Jorrun explain the thought process of another content creator who makes much better content than he does. That's
exactly. We're really in this paradox now.
We're
just
going layers and layers in. Yeah.
Yes.
But if only TCAP recipes made it clear how much of each ingredient you're supposed to use. What a dummy. How stupid. Pretty sure he did too. It's very obvious. Cooking's not an exact science either. But he wouldn't know that.
No, and you only cook in a wok. So
yeah, everything goes in the wok. It doesn't matter. You know, it's just gonna taste like wok. If you never wash your wok, I don't know if you're supposed to. If it's like cast iron, whatever. But yeah, it all just it's all wok. You know, it's all just make believe.
Edible. And the show will be funny. And it is.
He's declared that it's funny. That's good. He's got his seal of approval. So if you're already laughing at what he's saying, you can only imagine how funny this other guy must be. Hey, there's the most words probably here to flag my video because I played the music video from his channel at the beginning. He's here to take my channel down. Fuck. And
yeah, that's just a ruse to get you down. I told you that Wes was okay with it, but secretly that we are catfishing you right now with me, so you're about to be taken down, bub.
You ready for me to blow your mind? I don't think there's a Wes at all. I think it's all Vincent Nicotra.
Oh my fucking god. It all makes sense.
Wes Most rearranged the letters. Vincent Nicotra rearranged those letters. You get John Curry Mode.
John Curry Mode. What if these are just all Muse personalities?
That's an excellent theory. That's a good theory. Somebody in the live stream he did with Danny said that I looked like Muse when I had just shaved my head. And then right before that, Jordan said he was hotter than me. Still haven't recovered.
It's just the truth hurts, So
Where is, if you can recall, the strangest place where the words Jorrun comedy came out of your mouth? Like to a therapist or to a family member, to an employer?
I should go to a therapist, but it's to my mom. Because I go to my mother's house like every weekend because she has a dog who was adopted out of the same shelter that my dogs were, and they're best friends. So we take them up every weekend just for them to run around and tire each other out. And I try to explain to her Lorne, and then I was bringing up like, oh well, this was back in July, and it was the first July that I've been a streamer. So I was telling her like, oh, tonight I'm gonna go do this stream, yada yada yada, and she was like, it's weird how this community, brings in predators and stuff like that. I go, yeah, it's really fucking weird. But yeah, so it has to be just to like my mom, somebody who knows nothing about this. Yeah, and so she sort of remembers. She does the mom thing of like misremembering the name if I ever bring it up. So she'd be like, yeah, that Jason comedy or something like.
Jason comedy.
Yeah.
He already sounds funnier than Jorrun. the non-existent YouTuber.
Jason comedy. I can't wait for Eel Rear to change that to his name, Jason comedy. FBI.
His alt account.
Off the verge. Imagine being laughed at in court while giving your sob story. Yeah, that I would be very humiliated. I made a man who came all the way across the fucking Atlantic Ocean laugh so hard he fell out of his chair crying when I'm trying to get somebody's pity. Oh. Scarlet, I would have been sure.
His laugh has a distinct echo that makes me think that he really does not have like any furniture in his apartment.
He doesn't. I mean, when you look at when you watch those videos, he has nothing in his apartment, which, I mean,
if you've ever moved to a new apartment, even in a small space, if you walk in and there's nothing there, you kind of have like a little echo to it.
Yes.
And that's the vibes I'm getting right now. He's got his rising desk with his VCR, bodybuilding book. I'm sorry, I didn't hear any of that. Sorry, I was messing with my desk. Now is that's the best time to do that, Jorrun. I don't know. I mean, he's got his computer set up. And his gaming chair. It's like a nicer gaming chair than even the one that I'm sitting in right now for some reason. So it's so odd. It sticks out. It's like maybe he like stole it from like his nephew or something.
Yeah, or he's just trying to recapture his youth of 40 years ago, and so he went and bought a game chair.
Well, I mean, technically, if you're playing Nancy Drew games on the PC all day, you may need a gaming chair.
You're gaming.
Mm-hmm. Jorrun the gamer. Has anyone checked YouTube? Has he popped up? Is that username popped up?
Yeah, can you search Jorrun Gaming?
Jorrun Gaming, yes. I think if we had stayed away a little bit longer before our meddling, we might have gotten a Jorrun Gaming. And it would be like an Xbox 360 on his TV, or not his TV, or like plugged into his monitor, and he'd be playing with one hand and recording the
screen, his
with
computer screen with the other.
Yes, and then constantly pausing the game to go check the live chat and then return to the game.
You just hear slapping away because he's getting rid of all 18 West Troll accounts in the chat.
Oh, man. I wish we had the equivalent of a West trolling account in, like, an Xbox Live lobby while Jorrun is playing a game. Fucking 10-year-olds telling him they fucked his mom last night, and he's just so pissed about it. The Nancy Drew Let's Play channel, yeah.
Yes.
Charged with contempt of court.
Steer Gaming, that's probably what it is. Yes.
Steer Game, yeah, Donde's right, yep.
There's no way. Well, you ain't kidding. And you ain't shitting either, Scarlet. Me too. Let me see.
All right.
Jack?
He's really good at doing other people's bits. The Precious
Yeah,
Little
he
Princess,
does clobbers a
Clobber.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like obviously, like you or I, we might do it as like a joke or if they like come into the chat, but he legit does them like they're his own. Like,
Mm-hmm. Or like he, for some reason, he thinks that like, why on earth anyone would be subscribed to him and not Base Shaman? He thinks like, well, they don't know about that. They're gonna think I'm hilarious when I do that. I'm just gonna steal
Yeah, I mean,
that little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I just do my Australian accent to steal, viewers off of Cornville. So
Does Cornville do a good American accent?
fuck no, he does not do a good American accent. His American accent is just a high pitch Australian accent. So it's just like, hello here, I'm American. Like it's just like this really high pitched Australian man.
That's
his
so
best
weird because
American
literally
accent-
everyone I know talks just like that. That is crazy accurate.
His best American accent is when he does Mama Gwen, where it's just his speech, like his Australian, the way he says words, but just high pitch. And so now I can only imagine Mama Gwen as an Australian man with a high pitched voice.
Wait, who's in the chat? Jason and the Comedian Knots? FBI? What? He took Jason comedy and ran with it. Nice.
Eel Rearg is very good at making names. I'll give him that. I usually push him in a direction, and he takes it and runs with it.
You ever realize that Eel Rearg spelled backwards is Jorrun comedy?
Oh my fucking god! Block! Hurry up! Oh, I don't have a wrench.
April Fools.
Oh,
So John did.
Do you not have a wrench?
no, but I was just joking.
Too bad. Nobody. Actually, you know what? Let me actively remove everybody else's wrench if they have one.
Jordan did
Yes,
use
thank
a-
you.
We're going to unmoderated.
You should watch the videos on his channel. They're pretty funny.
It is
especially- Thank you.
Heisenberg
Oh, no.
Heisenberg White
This is
After
to my
Dark.
skin.
Heisenberg White off the rails. Just unhinged, unfiltered. Just people saying quotes and saying nice things about me in the chat. Whoa. A little too hardcore for you, snowflake. No, don't tell them. I'm not telling anybody. Did I blow his car? Oh, shit. I blew your fucking car. I'm sorry. You should have put...
He is an FBI agent. You're gonna get him killed.
You should have put parentheses like undercover or parody in the name so I know.
Well, we're not
to
on
bring
Twitter.
up.
We don't have to directly state that we're a parody account, so.
And yet comedy has been legalized, so... see, that's why it never worked out for Jorrun on Twitter before, because he couldn't wait until Elon legalized comedy.
Ah.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
Yep.
Jorrun is actually...
He was
gone
ahead
to
of his
have-
time.
Yeah, he's gone on since to have a very successful comedy writing career for the Babylon Bee. I know he would fucking think that is the funniest shit ever. My whole family are really love to follow like the parody news websites like The Onion and
The Onion, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'll constantly share stuff by The Onion or Clickhole or whatever. And every now and then, like my dad will see something by the Babylon Bee that makes him laugh, and he's like, "I just like that they're, not left leaning, but I'm like." That's not why I don't like them. I don't like them because they're just not funny. Like if they were funny, I would like. It's really sad, honestly. The right can't meme. The left can't meme. Nobody can meme. That's too bad.
Well, intentionally meme, because there is a lot of funny things that Marjorie Taylor Greene says, but
Right. Thank you, Duchess, for agreeing with me. It really is like. I can't believe that there's like any money behind that, or who's like whatever. Everybody, please put your political affiliations in the chat so I know. Also,
with ethnicities, please.
Yep, you beat me to it. Ethnicities, yes, thank you.
Sorry, All right, I'll just hang up. I just ruined
What
your
if
bit.
what if he did something like that and was just blown away by everybody's diversity? Oh my God, you're from Holland. Well, you're from Australia, and like somebody had like a strain, like they're from Poland, and he's like, oh.
Well then,
Yeah.
let's continue.
Moving on. Yeah. Just a really, his fascination with this ethnicity was just to whittle down to keep the people from the Czech Republic out of his chat because he really hates them for some reason.
There are two things I hate in this world: people who are intolerant of other people's culture, and the Dutch.
Yes. Can you tell that joke again, but kind of trip over your own words a couple of times and then go badum ching at the end and then click and then snort a little bit? Yeah.
There two people that two things, excuse me, two things, not two people.
Two
so
things.
There are two things that two things that I hate in this world is the Dutch, people things that are intolerant of other people's Dutch and the Dutch.
Tit stick.
Yeah, what do you call a woman with autism?
Oh, you don't just tell that joke. You gotta go, okay, I thought of a joke. It's really bad, guys. It's
really bad, guys. It's gonna get me canceled.
Oh guys. Man, they don't want me to say it. They tried to silence me, but I'm gonna go there. Oh my God, he went there. He said what we're all thinking.
They're all triggered. Triggered libtard.
Two-person. Here two parties.
Sweet Rhoda. Let me see here.
First name / second name comedy.
Not really. Here we go. My name is Slash.
And I'm here to say
I like slashing in a major way. Now this beat is a good pace for me. I'm very comfortable going at this.
This is an okay one to think of things as it comes.
Yes.
An okay pace.
I like taking it slow so I can think while I go. Now it's time to speed up. The rest of your will take me a time to gasm. Bars.
Women thank me every time I orgasm, or every time they orgasm. Excuse me.
Thank you, sir.
Every time I orgasm.
Thank you. Now that you finished, can you please leave the store?
Sir, this is a Wendy's?
Yes, I'm very glad. Thank you. Now let's take this somewhere. The police are waiting outside for you. Please go. Let's see angels.
Hang on, let me get my red leather jacket on. Excuse me.
I see angels.
Do Jorrun. I will see what I can do, Danny. I might need some help. TCAP understands how tough plots can be. Johnny, what's worse than being an ogre?
If as a story writer, your main challenge that you struggle with the most is plot, I don't think you're supposed to be a story writer.
Oh, you could be George Lucas.
All right, well. Much like a comedian, I love doing stand-up. The hardest part is writing, like, funny shit. Like, I cannot do it at all. It's so hard.
Yeah, I'm a professional comedian, but I just bomb up there every time. I just don't get it. I mean, I'm a professional comedian.
As a fisherman, I gotta say, like, catching fish has got to be the most challenging part of my job. Like, consistently.
Or being a virgin.
God, I mean, as somebody who helps women give birth, you know, as a doctor, I just can never get the baby out. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
That's the hardest part. They never trained me at that community college in Delhi.
In Delhi, damn it.
Hey, I don't like sand. That's masterful writing. Hey, we're talking about it, aren't we? Huh? What details from that movie do you remember other than all the shit that you laugh at and say, haha, that was cringy? That's all you remember. That's good screenwriting.
It is very good.
The Tommy Wiseau approach.
Yep.
Which, by the way, Jorrun is a huge fan of, like, unironically.
Right. He even gets ironic humor incorrect. Like, it's always the opposite.
He likes The Room because the funny moments that he laughs at that other people are also laughing at, but for different reasons, because loud, funny noises. Like, that is as, like, deep as his perception of comedy goes. It's seen in his performance. It's seen in what he laughs at. It's seen in what he thinks is funny, which is sad because whenever he does have, like, an idea to do something funny, he's, like, whispering it constantly. Like, he whispers that whole stand-up set or open mic, whatever the fuck, that story about meeting the woman who was slightly less attractive than he thought.
The one where he takes there's those two burlesque dancers.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah. In his head,
Like,
that was the funniest thing that has ever happened to him in his life, and he's like, this is going to translate so well to open mic.
It's just like, obviously, like, funny stories could be like some guy not scoring or something, but like
very mundane stories can be funny if you tell them in a funny way.
There was no climax, much like the night before, but
the story itself was nothing, and his delivery was terrible, non-existent.
Like, the way, if you watch a lot of comedy and stuff, the way he sort of starts to deliver things, like he's talking in that way where he's sort of slowly getting things out because you're preparing for this big moment. And like he's because in the beginning the crowd is laughing because they think that a joke is coming. So like a smarter comedian will sort of tease you along and then say something funny, but halfway through that story they're just no longer laughing anymore because there's nothing has happened yet. It's just him
There's
telling
no
a story about the
pacing.
time he didn't have sex.
The details that he chooses to include are so random, and the story jumps around so much. Fuck, now you got me all fired up thinking about this. He's got the worst type of confidence, which is the confidence in yourself to jump up to the mic as soon as it's open, and then to just fizzle out and lose all energy and sense of stage presence and anything you claim to have learned about comedy, like the second you actually get up there. That's like, you think it's going to be so funny at karaoke to go up and sing Girls Just Want to Have Fun by yourself as a guy. That'll be so funny. You get on stage, the beginning of the song starts playing, and they see you, they go, oh, that's funny. And then you just like, oh, girls want to have fun. Like, then it's just not funny then.
Right. It's commitment. There's initial commitment, but there's no follow through with it.
Why even get up in the first place, you know? If that's what the end result is.
And I love when he says like, and thank you very much. Everybody's like,
no, he doesn't even do that. He says he delivers what should be the stinger, the punchline. I slept with her. Silence, and then he looks around and goes, the end, and then they go, yes.
Yeah, right.
Yay. What an asshole.
Definitely true. Atlantic Ocean. Scarlet?
Oh, I can't now. We're not going to be able to tell when he's really doing it and when we're doing it. Yeah.
This is why I referred to Scarlet as my number one. Because...
Has he ever done that?
I've never heard that before.
She's that funny. Jace, you're welcome.
Please
I'm glad
laugh.
you're here. I hope you enjoy it. My next one I'm extra proud of because I said plot's the hard part. I'm like, wait, I have the best story here. I will do the story of the fucking crucifixion.
Cool plot that you thought up, that real thing that happened.
The Cole plot, one of the oldest stories ever in the Bible. Like,
I
when
had
did they come up with
I had this great idea about a war story where Germany invades Poland and there's a character in it named Adolf Hitler who's like this crazy dictator. I thought of that. That was me. It came to me in a dream while I fell asleep watching the History Channel. So
right.
weird.
And my dick stayed hard the whole time.
It was funny. He just says coming up with an original story is very hard. Then I remembered I don't have to do that. It's like, yes,
crucifixion.
it's your you don't have to make it anything. It's all you. It doesn't matter. Nobody's like, Jordan, you better not let us down this time. You better have a very good story or I'm unsubscribing because I've come to expect a level of excellence from you that I'm going to be very upset if I don't get.
Are you a It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fan?
Of course.
The episode how Mac got fat, where in it they all are they think they've peaked, so they're trying to get their body doubles and stuff. That's Jorrun, where at that moment he thinks I've peaked. I can't go down from here. They've come to think of me as this excellent comedy writer.
Yeah. He's looking like Fat Mac these days.
He is. I showed that picture of him on the horse on stream last night. He looks very funny.
I saw some photos. That horse photo is hilarious. But I saw him doing music or something on stage. Hey, he got that protruding belly.
Yeah, there's a couple on the Steer Music channel, the videos where it's like he hasn't, look, as a fat man, you have to wear correctly sized shirts.
Yeah, human anatomy is strange. Like a large obese person can have fat very evenly distributed throughout their whole body, and then some people will just have skinny little arms and skinny little legs and big round belly.
Right. You have to. He's wearing his shirt from when he was a medium, but now he's an extra large. So it just looks. He looks like the comic book shop owner from The Simpsons right now. Just his guts hanging out of him.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, I've been there. I've been up and down with weight, and I just kind of getting bigger. I mean, yeah, like your T-shirt options kind of become a little more limited, but just pullovers, sweater, bigger shirt, you can get away with that.
My best advice to my other large brethren is you always have the undershirt on, and you always tuck that undershirt in. Even if you're wearing a T-shirt, you got the white shirt on, tucked in, and then you put your shirt over top of it. It's the best advice I can give anybody.
For some reason, I have been gifted clothes I know somebody eyeballed and bought me a shirt or something that was way too big on me at the time. And I was like, well, it's too nice to just give up. I'll just tuck it away. Maybe I'll wear like layers under it or something. And then years later, I pull it out of my closet and I try it on and it fits perfect. I'm like, oh, shit. It's nice I got something that fits me now, but damn it.
When Lauren drove down. So this is, actually, I'm confused. I'm confused by my own shit now. I thought this was the third thing I said.
The little schoolgirl giggle is very alpha. I swear to God, at one point near the end, he literally does a tee-hee. Like he's a tee-hee. Right in the same breath as he's like, I'd like to teach more people about alphas and betas. I have a lot of knowledge to share. Yeah.
YouTube's telling me it's the second one. But this next one here is the Crucifixion in St. Betty. So this is the third in the series. And how many minutes are we in?
It's the third or the second or the first. It doesn't matter. They don't connect with each other. Why you started with... he was confused by the second one. He's like, and we were confused listening the other day. We were like, didn't he just say that was his first? And then he introduces the other one as like his first one. He's all over the fucking place.
Wow, almost an hour in. Great. All right, so we might get to the second hour point. By all means, it's 7 p.m. Eastern. Definitely go see my buddy Chef. He's debuting a new recipe. I'm his opening act.
CNJ Dev, he's the world's only tryhard that doesn't try. That's how I would describe him. Gives off try-hard energy, but doesn't actually like put in effort into anything.
Right. It's this try hardness, but he's so egotistical that he thinks like he spits out content, like he tries hard as in he churns through stuff, but he doesn't think to edit or like to do anything or to have a second take. It's because he thinks it's perfect on the first try.
Everybody has said some version of this at some point or another, but he equates like time and quantity to quality, which, to be fair, in YouTube will serve you better if you regularly make more content, but just putting out content for content's sake every time you have an idea without giving it any extra thought or editing it in any way, you're not going to
Will just come to hurt you.
It's how you go from 0 subscribers to 0 subscribers.
0 subscribers.
No, I always like it. I love when people can go from one thing to another. It's a good afternoon.
I don't. Stay here. If anyone else goes live, unsubscribe from them. Tell them Heisenberg. Don't tell them. Don't go there and tell them Heisenberg. Eventually, after the stream is over, go tell them Heisenberg sent you.
Very cool.
Heisenberg.
Vince, hi. Need to get a donkey so he can lose his V card. There you go. All right, here we go. The story of the crucifixion. Bum, bum, bum.
Jesus Christ.
Please hit the like.
I was inspired by Bay Shaman, who did almost this exact bit like 10 different times in way funnier ways than me and all the other community members that did similar content. Here we go.
If you like, comment if you want. Oh, I can rewind.
Winter.
Here we go.
Hi there, boys and girls. How are you today? Today,
This was
we
the
learn
second
about the crucifixion. Doesn't that sound
He sounds upset. Fuck! I disappointed my
God damn
fans. Just slams on his desk. Fuck!
like fun? Here we go. Once upon a
Oh, pardon me. One thing I should mention. So
We just started.
What new information? This is the third one of these we've listened to. How much brand new information do you have to offer us about a story that you didn't write? You transcribed.
What more context do we require?
Let's hear
Hey,
it.
it's this very niche story about this guy named Jesus. I'm not sure if you you know it.
Yeah, so like way before like time and the universe existed, there like God created the universe, right? Okay, I got to give a lot of detail leading up to this, and I got to go over each of the 7 days first. There was this Adam and this Eve woman that fought. It's a long story. I got to give the context.
Who
Nope.
didn't wear a ponytail, by the way, which was very disappointing when I read through that whole story.
The original sin. Mm-hmm. That's why when we're baptized, they stick the back of our head in the water. It's actually a growing serum right where the ponytail is supposed to come out. Like a chia pet.
Oh fuck, dude, that was great.
I like that I can get an almost Jorrun sounding laugh out of you. That's funny.
Yeah, I was squeezing it out of me.
Anytime you hear anything remotely sounding like Jorrun when you think it's happening unironically, it's on purpose. I promise you. It's intentional. Do your real laugh so they know what it really sounds like. Yeah, it's just...
It was easy to get in touch with Clobbering Time, and Clobber loved the idea. Andy was hard to get in touch with because he didn't have, at least at the time, his email on it. So I actually
He said email. Email X.
contacted Shin,
Emule X.
and Shin is such a golden guy. I told him the
Oh, Shin's a golden guy, but when Tiffany's cool, she's the tits.
Yeah, she's the tits. Yep.
Yeah, that's a little. That's a reach, but you know, we all know how he. I mean, he really does. He views Shin's koala as an Italian, like people view like Rocky Balboa as an like a hero, like the greatest to ever be Italian on the internet.
The greatest Italian.
The best
Shin's
to ever
cool.
do it. Yep.
idea. He goes, I'm already familiar with the first one you did. I love it. You're a funny dude.
Yeah.
I said, do you think Andy will be cool? Shin said, and this is real man shit right now.
This, one thing I should say, has nothing to do with this story we're about to hear. It has something to do with the last story. You missed your window, buddy. Lauren was actually difficult to get a hold of. He did not answer my emails when I asked him to be in my skit. Actually, why does he even bother reaching out to these people if he doesn't have them participate in it? He just takes sound bites from already existing live streams. He doesn't have them record any original audio.
And was this because in other videos he talks about how like, and I wrote that thing for Andy or whatever, like, but he didn't write it for
No.
Andy. Is this what he's talking about?
It's like when somebody makes an independent film or movie and it gets picked up by Netflix, and when you go to watch it, it says like produced by Netflix after. That's like he just made something and just shopped it around the community for a while until somebody would react to it or comment on it. And he's like, that's all for you, man. The whole time I made it just for you. Just for Andy.
He goes,
Andrew Burkett, the
Andy will-
Netflix of TCAP.
I don't know how I feel about that. That used to mean good. Netflix kind of fell off a bit.
Yeah.
Did you see they put up a trailer for that 90s show?
Oh, I did not.
You know who from the original cast is returning? The parents, and that's it.
Wait a minute. The parents are returning?
Yes,
Like
great
Red
characters.
and Kitty are returning?
Yes, and I thought
They're
I
like
was
90 years old. Like, why would they?
I thought
wouldn't it
for
make
sure
sense
that
to
he
have-
died, the actor, and I was like, no,
he
but-
hasn't died. He's still alive.
No, and it seems just exactly as they left off. He jumps right in without skipping a beat. But you know what it is like a bunch of other sitcom dads have died like over the last couple of years, and I think I got him like Everybody Loves Raymond, dad, and like maybe somebody from Seinfeld. It might have been the same guy. I don't know. But yeah, so I was yeah, I thought he died too. Thank you. Maybe it was just a false story that was floating around a while ago, and I just fell for it. I don't know. But that show's gonna be great. Oh, cool.
It would have made sense if like the people like Topher Grace and Laura Preprin or something.
Well, one
like,
of
wouldn't
them
it
I'm
make sense
sure
if-
is gonna cameo, and maybe, but except for that one guy that got really into Scientology and is in jail right now.
Oh yeah, that guy. That I was just watching a video on that a couple weeks ago. That was wild.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah.
That 90 show, that 90 years to life show.
but like it, and if he doesn't, I'll twist his arm. Shin is a real dude. And he didn't have to. He gave me Andy's email. Andy was like, cheers, or said something else equally English. And it was very cool. So, and this one I didn't tell anyone about. By now I had a fair amount of subscribers and some fans. I'm like, okay, here you go.
Time.
If Jorrun can say he has fans, then you can say you have fans.
Okay, yeah, that's the benchmark. So I think I'm fine from Allison making fun of me earlier. So it's joke's on you, Allison.
In the ancient land of Canaan,
Canaan.
What was
these-
the joke?
I
You just laughed at nothing.
I don't. What he
Ancient
really
land.
did. Can somebody? Did we miss something? I don't think we did. In the ancient land. Or,
Funky names that they have for that area.
Oh, he's laughing at the names of towns in Maine. Like the town's name is Canaan. That's not funny.
Are you watching the Buffalo Bills play this week? Buffalo, that's an animal. What?
Buffalo.
You call that
Well, no,
a city?
You have to do the sarcastic laugh, like the because he's laughing at his own joke, but he
Yeah.
has to make it seem like he's telling you you're supposed to be laughing, but he can't laugh because it's his own joke. So
Niagara Falls? You know what that sounds like? You know. I don't need to tell you. It sounds like Viagra.
Wait a minute, no, you weren't supposed to tell us then. You were supposed to do it in another video where you explain this video.
Yeah. I'll come. We'll in a month. We'll come back and we'll do our commentary over this stream.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll correct the record. Yeah.
3 C's: Cornville, Canaan, Cambridge.
Lived a very
Yeah. That's
You
alliteration.
just named towns.
It's so funny of Maine to do that. What are they supposed to be named? Why is that so? Let's.
guess
I don't
guess-
want to like subject people too much to like the same shit, but let me rewind just a second here, just to make sure that we really are hearing him laugh at the fact that he put the name of a real town, and it's not even like Intercourse, Pennsylvania, or something. You know, like or like a town with a funny or Hell, Michigan, or something like that.
Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Shout out to Donde. We were just talking about that the other day.
It must be the mayor of that fine city.
Oh, I'm the mayor there every Tuesday night. If you catch my drift.
Like sex,
Sex.
like having sex.
Go.
time in the ancient land of Canaan.
Canaan. All these funky names that they.
Canaan, I hardly know her.
I hardly know, and I guess in that sense the joke is calling that ancient because it would have only been around for the last couple hundred years, but he then goes on to explain that the joke is the name of the town, so he
Right.
even gets his own joke wrong. Like,
Does he get it wrong, or does?
well, no, not he. He thinks the joke is Canaan, but I'm saying the joke would actually be calling a town that's only a few hundred years old ancient, but he doesn't get that. Like he's thinking we are going to laugh at the name Canaan and not laugh at ancient. Like he has it flipped.
Like if you said like the old town of New York or something like that, like a play on the fact that it's new and not old.
New, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He's so funny though. A rare swing and a miss.
Yeah.
Great batter.
He's
Doesn't swing.
hitting
every
900 though still.
Mm-hmm.
They have for that area the 3 C's: Cornville, Canaan, Cambridge.
Lived a very precious prince and even more precious princess. They were very much in love
Betty.
and spent every day singing and eating.
We get it.
When you're just when you're just sitting around watching your own content and you're trying to remember the name of one of the characters from the
talking about.
Flintstones.
Lived a very
You know what?
precious prince and
Wait.
even more precious princess. They were very much in love
Betty.
and spent every
Oh,
day
that's it.
singing
Yeah.
and eating
Betty.
That ain't. I knew I'd remember it.
mangoes.
Princess Betty and her husband, Prince Eric, may he rest in peace, were in a band
Jesus.
called Durango Mango.
Princess Betty, I'd like to do some content about the assistant district attorney who killed himself, Louis Conrad, because I know you have experience with death. If you'd like to reach out to, it's terrible. Good
Jesus.
Lord. He has no subtlety. I'm referring to when he asked Danny to chime in on Chris Chan because she has experience with autism. Ugh. Oh my
Hey, what do you call Chris Chan with autism? Autistic. Ah.
Dude, you're
Whatever.
gonna get my channel shut down. Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I should have prefaced that with, this is gonna be a real bad one, guys.
Oh man, the thumbs down, or they're gonna come in hard and fast. Fuck. Shit. I uploaded this stream the other day. It had a lot of thumbs down for some reason. Anyway,
Well, there were no negative comments on it. There were just thumbs down. And Wes had to
misclick,
explain to him.
I imagine it's a glitch. YouTube probably did not clear their cache or whatever. It
says
authentic-
URL not found.
authentication error.
Authentication error.
You select a different browser.
So yeah,
Browser?
that's why they were singing and eating mangoes. I am so silly.
Prince Eric
He
played the
is.
lute, whilst Prince Betty played the lyre. And speaking of lyres, one day an evil ogre
Wordplay.
called Lorne Lynn came upon their castle. The castle was in need of great repairs before the coming of the cold, cold winter.
Did he say that he got? I mean, this is hardly the story of the crucifix. This is a lot of like personal, like.
Well, he needs to make sure that everybody knows that he knows who Betty is. So he has to
name drop.
Ted Sale.
He even
Name drop.
name drops her fucking late husband in his comedy skit. No, he did in the comedy skit and in the commentary too. So.
Yes. Yeah.
I shall build thee a new castle, larger and greater than before, claimed the evil ogre.
So in case you guys are curious where I got that voice from for Lorne, obviously Lorne's real voice, he has a stupid way of pronouncing things, but it's a moderately cool voice, right? So I'm like, he's a fairy tale villain. So when you have villains, you have either the...
I love it. I love the authority in his voice. You guys know how it is. Fairy tale villains. Let me, I don't need to tell you guys. You know how it is.
We all read children's books every night before bed.
Yes. You know how you got those big old ogres. You know how they are.
Big, tough, menacing guys who can kick your ass.
He does see, and that's a writing trap to fall into, is that you see good and evil, or like character archetypes in like binary, like they're either one or the other, He's like, they're either big tough guys or little smart guys. That's it. Those are the only two types of villains.
That's right. That's right. You are only one of two things. We stand the binary in this house.
I am the exception because I am big and strong and smart and funny and cool.
And small and weak. All
Yeah.
of the things.
Yeah.
All of them combined.
Mm-hmm.
Or you have the more sly, calculating, usually smaller ones. And I'm like, I'm going to go with a very, very classic...
Like me.
Wait a minute.
Bad guy voice.
He says Lorne. He's explaining why Lorne's voice sounds like an old witch, because he's attributing it to the smaller, more cunning villain. But he's made him an ogre, which he's explicitly said are big
Because
and
he's
massive.
a big dumb oaf. So his voice, though, is that of a sly... I guess the insult is it's a bitch.
No, that doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't. That doesn't match up with the lore, the fairy tale rules. You are big and you have a deep voice, and that's it. You can only do that.
Now, of course, Lorne is not smart at all, but he does have animal cunning, a phrase I've heard, where they can be manipulative.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard every phrase you've ever learned. You're not making up your own language as you go along.
No, right, exactly. It's a word I've heard. Like a and word and heard. I all heard those words.
I heard somebody go through like the English alphabet once, and I was like, no, I'm going to use that.
I
Took
know. You made this up?
That's gonna come in handy one day to learn the English language.
Obviously, he was very manipulative, very sneaky, would delete your archives and all this bullshit.
Lauren was a serial deleter, but Jorrun was a serial non-deleter.
Oh yeah, we've had that shit from like 20 years ago because he used all the same name. Like Jorrun was his name online.
I'm also referring to when he said he was going to delete something and he didn't.
Oh,
delete it.
that true, and how he deleted porn, but there's no way he also deleted all. I threw
No,
away
no,
a lot
no.
of porn.
He deleted videos that he made and he threw away the porn. He
Threw
didn't
away porn.
just took his
Well, some would call that deleting. You know, we're in a high tech
but it's
society.
it's really hard to tell with him what, like, he may have analog, like, old school, like, which seems like a silly thing to.
There's no way he doesn't still have that genie video, right?
He's
Like,
just a
he says
liar
he's
too.
deleted
He
it,
just
but-
lies. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he definitely still has that. Like there's no way he deleted it because like Wes tells him, you didn't delete it because you needed time to figure out how to download it. Like you didn't want to lose it.
Which I'm surprised if he brings up the point that he's got like a backup cloud server or something. Why he didn't assume it would already be there. Is it really vanity and like he really like ego? Like he really thought he's like, well, obviously I'm gonna remove it for the 2 weeks that this needs to blow over, and then I'll bring it back.
I mean, that's what he said, but it's about sex tip with Dan at least. So there's no way that he wouldn't think that he could then re-upload the genie skit.
Because the fans are going to be crying for it. They're going to say,
Yeah,
Jorrun, we
please,
forgive you
give us-
already. Come on, let's go.
Give us the skit where you sexually harass a genie, please. I had never heard that before until I'm sort of kind of bored's video where he
Me too.
re-edited it
Yep.
because just out of respect for Tiffany, I just never sought it out. But one, I didn't know it was going to be in that video, but also he removed her and made it like a robot voice. So that it's honestly, I'm even more disgusted by it. Like even in context now.
Is it? It's a bit more challenging for me morally too, because in addition to wanting to respect Tiffany as well, I also find Jorrun's voice to be very sexy, and I've gone on the record as saying that too. So I don't want to like accidentally get aroused while listening to it. So.
Well,
Yeah,
he's hotter than you in every way. He's a better singer, songwriter, guitarist.
It just depresses me. I don't want to listen. It's hard enough to do this, you know?
So I decided, all right, I'm going to make him sound sneaky and cunning, but still stupid.
Yes, I'm going to put, as I just explained, the smaller, little voice in the big, giant monster.
So he's now a paradox. He's a hypocrisy. He's redundant.
Yeah, he's a walking he's a walking hypocrisy, Jorrun, because you put comedy in your name, Jorrun. Jorrun. Why would you lie like that? Heisenberg White, look at me. Do I look like anything other than white as the driven snow or whatever the fuck? You know, I'm white. I'm white as this can of White Claw right now.
Right. But
I
are you
deliver
the
what I promise.
Southwest is what I'm asking.
What?
I said, are you the drug kingpin of the Southwest?
I can answer that after the stream. I did notice that there was possibly somebody from the FBI in our chat earlier, so.
Well, no, he's no longer with the FBI. He's now a comedy channel. So
Let's be cool. Well, again, I don't want to blow anybody's cover here, but he definitely still has FBI at the name of the end of the name.
it's
So we'll probably say
Heisenberg Mexican.
Heisenberg, and then just my date of birth and race and ethnicity and place of birth.
The street you grew up on and
Yep.
your mother's maiden name.
It's all circling back.
So we decided to make him talk like
See, we call that in the biz a callback.
Hmm. You'll notice plenty of those. For example, you'll hear Jorrun comedy many times throughout the stream. That's our writing. We had to find out ways to write Jorrun into the stream, which is very hard to do. And then I remembered, oh my God, we have these videos of him talking, so we could just play those. Derp. You know, of course.
Yeah. Absolutely. Shin is the real.
You just agree with yourself right then? This is a Muse situation. He's talking to himself. This stream was not meant for anybody to see besides him and his other personalities.
Yeah, well, this was just him explaining it to himself, just so that he
One of his
understood.
personalities is a little slower than the other one, so he has to catch him up.
Right.
Realist, absolutely. Absolutely. The jury saw his literal asshole. All right.
That wasn't a character laugh. That was him laughing. He wasn't doing a villain. That was he. 1 second ago, he goes, "So I decided to make this stupid, evil, dumb pedophile sound like this," and in the next breath is reading a comment and goes, just exactly like him.
A Freudian slip there, Jorrun.
It's. Did you not realize that the fake voice you were doing sounds exact? If that wasn't the wake up call, what about the really criticizing Clobber for not selling his version of Lorne well enough in their reading of Jorrun's Theater of the Mind to just come in at the end and go, "Hi, how's everybody doing? I'm Christian Western Chandler. How's everybody doing?" Like, come on, man.
How's everybody doing today?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. It's me, Christian Western Chandler.
Here we go. Oh my God, this Sarlacc pit from the original. Uh-oh. I mentioned Lord of the Rings now, the conversation. It's all good. Scott says, Andrew comments on one of my videos yesterday made me feel good about us. Very.
Would you guys prefer a stream where I read every individual comment as it comes through? Would that be good for you?
We can start that now.
Would you like that? Is that what you want from me? Huh?
Just tell me what you want.
It's not about me.
What's in the box?
It doesn't even have to do with anything, but I know why you said it, just the way we delivered the...
Very cool.
Come on. Oh. We said it a little more Seinfeldy, though.
Yeah. You ever, what's the deal with the box? I said I wanted to get ahead in life. This isn't what I meant. When I asked my girlfriend for head, I think there was something lost in translation. I mean, come on.
Come on.
Be moved.
Sure, it's still Gwyneth Paltrow, but come on.
I had a candle that smelled like her vagina, and now I got a box that smells like her head.
The prince and princess were trusting sorts, with good hearts. So they believed the ogre, despite his stupid, hideous, misshapen face.
I love getting mad at Lorne. It never gets old. It never gets old.
Unlike
This is the
Jorrun.
guy with a misshapen head. Like,
Yeah,
he,
that's
like,
how I was surprised he came after. He said face. Not that his face is any better, but misshapen head. And he goes, I got a dent in my head. You
I
freak
have
of
a
nature.
fucking dent in my head.
I'm an affront to God. I shouldn't exist.
I shouldn't be alive.
I've left many scientists speechless. Yeah. They can't explain my existence.
They emptied the cash's treasury to pay the ogre his required funds. But the day after they gave him all their monies, the ogre bought the fastest horse he could find and left the kingdom.
So obviously, Lauren bought a white truck with gray stripe on the bottom.
I'm telling the same story twice on top of each other.
Right.
I ran to the store as fast as I could. To clarify, I had to go to the store, and I went really
quickly,
fast. Yes.
So I ran.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm taking very real events and making.
Oh, you're explaining by part 3, the third, what is happening.
He's explaining reality.
He's explaining what teaching your children about the Church of God is. Almost an hour into the stream, again.
Making them sound more fantastical, magical elements.
Did you just say fantastical?
Fantastical?
Yeah.
So yeah, Lauren promised to rebuild a house. In case you don't know, stole.
Jorrun, I know. I listened to Teaching Your Children about the Church of God. How could I not know? You taught it to me.
We've caught up. We
I'm
don't
a child
need any
of God.
tutor lessons here.
Yes.
$30,000 in.
And if anyone wants to learn more, I'll refer you to my video Teaching Your Children about the Church of God. Go listen to that after I'm done doing my director's commentary on that video.
Lid. Where? You're about to find out.
Oh no!
Memphis.
The ogre rode and rode.
Walking in
till he came to the village
Memphis.
of Nash. However,
Nashville. Again, I'm very silly.
before he even got there,
Of
he
course.
spent all of his ill-gotten gains on magic beans. I meant magic beans.
He can't stop drinking the Bud Light now, can he?
Oh, my children. I have no idea why I thought of beer when talking about the ogre. Do
Why
you?
indeed?
The ogre.
It's not enough that a great batter doesn't swing at every pitch. No, a great batter swings at any pitch, every pitch, and keeps swinging well after the ball has left the pitcher's hand and gone into the catcher's mitt, just swinging in at the air furiously until they throw out their shoulder. That's what a great batter does.
You'll eventually get the hit.
Yeah, if you stand in the batter's box, statistically, as long as you just keep swinging over and over again, eventually one of those balls is going to cross your path, and eventually you will hit one of them. However, if you keep doing it so fast that you're struck out before before the second pitch can even be thrown, well, that's just the risk you got to take. That's the comedy business, I guess.
Jordan's no stranger to striking out.
Hey.
Oh.
And when an ogre.
Now, if you heard my live stream last week with the lovely Miss Kennedy, she went to the area he went to.
Oh, wait a minute.
She didn't.
Well, he didn't say. Ron, do you think this is him not giving it any thought and just spewing it, or do you think he like
has no
retroactively
clue.
knew that she got it wrong?
No,
Yeah, he
there's
doesn't
no
remember.
way that
Yeah.
he doesn't remember.
Right before it was condemned and tore down. Very cave-like. Very cave-like. So I was accidentally correct about that.
Accident. Yeah. At what point in Lauren's life did he not live in just absolute squalor? Wow, I really took a gamble there, guessing that Lauren didn't live.
In the
And,
fucking Ritz-Carlton.
Yes, so weird from those videos that he sent Kayla, where he, I mean, to him, he's like, yeah, that's how you decorate an apartment. You get your computer, and that's it. That's so you don't need anything else. The floor is actually more comfortable than a bed.
Yeah.
Off the Verge, you put more thought into Lauren's pronunciation than he ever. Well, Off the Verge, you're a smart guy. Very smart. Danny says, yeah, a lot of live streams are being pulled down. I'm getting paranoid. Everyone's getting pulled down but me. I mean, it helps that I'm not playing the calls. Maybe. I don't want to give myself too much credit.
He really is confused as to like why. All right. It's not always funny to retell like another person's comedy bit, but do you remember? Did you ever watch Key and Peele?
I mean, yeah, I have seen a lot of episodes of them. Yeah.
If I'm remembering this correctly, I believe they played characters in a skit where they were slaves heading to the auction, and they were like, this sucks. Like, I can't believe we have to live through the work. This is I can't even imagine what horrors await us. And they go up for the auction and nobody bid on them. And they're like, I mean, I'm glad, but like, nobody? Like, really? And that's Jorrun right now. He's upset. He's thankful that his channel hasn't been taken down, but he's like, I went pretty hard at Vincent Nicotra, and he didn't even try to take my channel down. Like,
he hit him twice. If you didn't listen to that, if you didn't listen to that roast, he hit him
I'm happy
twice.
that my channel's around. Obviously, I'm grateful, but like, nobody really, like, nobody, really.
I really don't want to.
Yeah, see,
because I'm not exactly a genius. But absolutely, Danny, someone is shitting on us. Probably a member of the Cornville Mafia. Here we go back.
Is hungry.
He said with genuine sincerity, there's a gang of Lorne followers that are his personal friends and family that Lorne's like, well, I can't offer you anything useful or money or anything, but in between the 24 hours that I spend talking to my girlfriend that I've never met, I've heard that there are people online that are making fun of me, because of that time I tried to rape a child. Would y'all mind just like patrolling YouTube and every social media platform for me at every waking moment just to make sure nobody makes fun of me? And like 30 of his family members were like, yeah, of course. He's like, yeah,
anything
that's
for
what's
you.
happening. Yeah. Lauren, you don't have to tell. We know you didn't mean to do it.
But he wants to eat his little girls. Or do something to little girls.
All right, strap in.
Something just as bad, maybe worse, depending on your opinion, I guess. Really bad. Really.
Yeah, what's worse, wanting to eat a little girl or do what Lauren wants to do with little girls? I will leave that question to the philosophers. They're both really bad.
Okay.
The spark of life, the flame that has kept me alive all these years has just gone out. I have no words.
Anywho, the ogre found out about a little girl who lived in the next realm over from Nash Village. He sent her a letter,
Realm.
and she sent one.
That's not even. Is that an accurate medieval or fairy tale word?
Realm? Yeah.
Yeah. It makes me think like multiverse, kind of like. No.
Well, the most one that makes me think of would be like A Song of Ice and Fire, where protector of the realm, and they say realm a lot. So.
Well, how big is a
But-
realm?
I guess a realm is your kingdom, like what you own. But I wouldn't call my house a realm. I guess it would need to be a town, maybe, like a town at least.
But that's just a kingdom.
Well, it's a synonym. So
It's like maybe
It's a synonym.
your own kingdom and all the surrounding area that like is influenced by it, like land that you have control over, even if you don't like because you. I don't know.
if only there was a way that we could look up what the word realm means.
Or we had access to somebody who was an expert on like medieval lore and yeah, now we're dwelling on like stupid, little.
Yeah, now we're pulling a Jordan and getting way off topic here.
Yeah.
Back with a painting of herself. The ogre could not believe his luck. She was so beautiful, with hair of.
This is really okay. So in the as far as I understand, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there are the idea of the multiverse exists, but in Thor, I think it's explained the 9 realms. They're like layers on top of reality within one.
So
universe?
it's in the same universe. It's kind of like the realms are Earths, like planets, and it's just like they align perfectly to where you can just jump, like when they have the convergence, that you can just jump from one to the other like instantly, but only when they line up for those few minutes. But when it's realms, they say realm is in like their 9 sort of kingdoms they watch over. So, you know, like Niflheim and Midgard and Asgard and all that shit.
Nice, cool. I'm glad we got to nerd out there for a
We
moment.
sorted that out.
Yeah.
Golden eyes, blue as the sea. Truly, she was a little Aryan princess.
Aryan
definitely-
prince.
What does that have? That's just is that like just shock humor? Like it really doesn't have anything to do with anything. No, Lauren was her little Nazi prince.
Yeah, my little Nazi princess.
Yeah, I got him. I called him a. It's like, I don't know if that means what you think it means in this context. Like,
Jordoff Hitler. Got him. Jordoff
Yeah.
Hitler comedy. Got him.
why that? Well, yeah, I mean, like they're both bad guys. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
My type of humor. A little
It is his type of humor. It doesn't make sense and it's not funny.
Aryan princess.
Right.
Oh.
It's good enough to eat. Ew. Ew. Ugh.
Whoa, he seems pretty upset at that idea. Do you think he's acting? I don't.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry, children. I'll try to stay professional about this.
That is a very, very real, very real reaction I have whenever I think of what Lauren and other predators want to do.
That must be the sound he makes when he comes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Just absolute anguish. Just,
Wouldn't you? If you had that tiny and cute little thing.
Oh,
my,
man.
my precious coupons.
That is a visceral reaction, I believe the word is.
After a month of sending letters back and forth, the ogre decided to meet her when her parents were out of town. Oh no! She told him to meet her in a secluded
Oh,
glade.
no.
Yeah, every time you hear an oh
Jorrun,
no, you take a
Jorrun
drink.
comedy can't count. Oh, no.
I really can't. I don't know numbers.
We're getting into Seinfeld territory again. I don't know numbers.
three woman, 4 woman who I can't keep track.
Just south of
Can't keep
King's
track.
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green,
Ogre
Kentucky.
bestrode his mighty charger and rode for hours to get to his lovely princess. In the
It's like somebody's like, "You ever have a threesome?" And he goes, "Sex with 2 girls? Hell yeah, I have." I go, "Wow, 2 girls at the same time." He goes, "Well, not at the same time. It was like 20 years apart." But but
Same bed.
yeah, almost 2 girls. Almost
I think
2.
some of the first girl's hair was still on the bed. If
Yeah,
that
I
counts.
made a point to not wash it or change the sheets after the first time. So
midst of a glade, there she was.
all right, now what's a glade?
A glade?
Yeah.
I have no clue. Glade. I've never heard
Not-
of glade.
Not the air freshener.
A glade is an open passage through a wood, a grassy open or clear space in a forest.
Boy, he really hit that fucking thesaurus like really
Yeah,
hard.
you ripped that out.
It's the synonym king over here.
The
Just
Cinnabon
pretty
King.
as a picture.
Well, if you look at those new pictures,
Yeah.
Cinnabon King.
Yeah. And he's never short on the icing.
Hazel eyes, and looked absolutely
jokes.
nothing like her portraits whatsoever. And the ogre didn't notice, even though she didn't wear.
Well, it's a pretty embarrassing thing to make fun of somebody for, Jordan. That's pretty bad.
Come on, Jordan.
I'm pretty sure almost every catfish has gone out of their way to try to sneak in a picture of like a different photo than the original, and he's never noticed.
Wow, mac and cheese was I think 5 people, and that was over the course of like 48 hours. It wasn't like he got a new picture every month.
Must be something with like blue eyes that you have like facial blindness or something.
Well, you are more susceptible to sunlight, so like I have a hard time at sunlight. So maybe he's just constantly staring at glare and he just can't tell.
Well, no
What
matter
he's
where
looking at.
light comes, there's also light bouncing off his head too. So
Well, because of the dent, it refracts back
it's
into his eye.
refracts. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Science.
Any of the
Science
clothes
joke,
becomes,
bitches.
Their personality was as different as it could possibly be. Hey, Ogre, are you saying all human beings look alike, you racist? That's the right.
That's how I know he's into like some Babylon Bee type humor. Like he thinks that's funny, you know?
Right, he's making fun of people who try to or who are against racism by being
Because
like racist. He's saying sarcastically.
the brain dead libtards of the left, you know, just point the racist finger all the time. You know, it's because somebody at some point has said something that he said was racist, and he's like, "But I have a black friend. Like I've been talking to this black chick from Cali. How could I be racist?" Yeah.
Have you seen my balls?
He's like, "I'm black where it counts down there. Oh, what's up? You got a big dick?"
Not
Club.
particularly, but have you
Not-
seen my balls?
Yeah, not exactly.
That's probably because he pays for OK Cupid. He probably when he just sends pictures of his balls to be like, hey, like infer that he is a big dick. But
Oh my gosh. He's like, "Hey, have you ever heard of BBC?"
how about BBBs?
BBB. He would be the type of guy to fall into like porn reality. You know, like at some point he watched a video where a girl was like, "Whoa, your balls are huge." He's like, "Oh, girls love big old testicles. Lucky me. Big Latino testicles."
Big Latino testicles.
That's one of my favorite jokes there.
Oh, we
Holy
talked
Nick,
over his
Jordan.
favorite joke. I'm
Thank you.
sorry.
Racist.
You racist.
That's the wrong one.
You
That's
racist.
He's the first person to ever make that joke too. That's why he's proud of it.
Yeah.
I believe the right word is speciesist.
That's one of my
Species.
favorite jokes there. Calling
He fucking is doing what Christopher Nolan would do on a director's commentary of like The Dark Knight. And he really thinks he's on that level, or that anybody cares this much
Yeah.
about his content. So really, you know, I find that that was one of my favorite jokes because I sort of took inspiration from something I had heard prior about calling somebody a racist for comedic effect, and I transformed it sort of into my fairy tale storytelling, you know, and that's how I was able to come up with the speciesist line, which of course went on to win me many awards at the International Comedy Show.
Well, actually, it was Christian Bale. He actually came up, and
Yeah.
he said, "Hey, mate, I fucking hate crocodiles." And I was like, "You speciesist," and then boom, it was in the movie.
That's perfect.
Christopher Nolan is now Australian, by the way.
But you delivered it so well. That's exactly it. Holy shit. The voice you did was Quentin Tarantino doing an Australian voice in Django.
In Django.
Yeah.
Lauren a racist, very cathartic. We found out later another.
You're right
he's
for a black
absolutely
guy,
racist,
Jorrun says to Wes.
But I love the idea that Lauren was so stupid, horny, whatever, that he met someone who looked absolutely nothing like all the pictures.
I gotta edit this together and then show like a
Bum,
30-second
bum,
clip.
bum,
Edit him saying this and then put in all
yeah.
the different photos of the women he got.
That shit writes itself. Timestamp,
Jesus.
59 minutes. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Different pictures. What an
Different
idiot.
pictures. Who would
And
fall
didn't
for that? Anyway, hang on.
Yeah.
Somebody's texting me. Oh, baby. Your tits are even bigger today.
My girlfriend is a model. She works for a company called Getty Images. Very.
I was drinking and you just made me choke on
She's also a scientist and an office worker and an explorer and
in a doctor?
yeah.
She also knows the president.
Christopher Western Bale.
Christopher Weston Bale.
Fantastic Planet. That's fucking
To himself,
great.
I must be in the
Do
wrong
you
place.
do you
Oh,
do you ever listen to that time Christian Bale flipped out on the set of
Oh
Terminator?
yeah. Oh yeah.
I find that like every time I listen to it, a new part becomes my favorite.
And
And
it sticks in my
most-
brain, and I'll just like things will happen in my life. Go to print something, printers out of paper, and I go, "Oh, good for you."
Oh, good. My favorite part is when he goes, "Da-da-da-da-da." So like if my brother like says something stupid or like something dumb happens, you're just like, "Da-da-da-da-da," in Christian Bale's voice. And what's great is he's keeping his American accent on the entire time he's yelling at this person
He is. Oh,
instead of his
think
Welsh accent.
for one fucking second.
You don't
Someone
fucking think. And then
Get
he
me in.
does that fake, tries to run at the guy. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Just like,
I'm gonna go in.
I'm
So
gonna go
stupid.
in.
Now,
It is.
the part of this that was not challenging but unusual.
This is his last one. We're almost halfway through it, and there's still like an entire third of this stream to go. Goodness.
So obviously she's a princess and he wants to eat her. So I have to make her sound
He's so obviously, I've written myself into a corner here. I'm not allowed to make any edits after I come up with an idea. Oh well.
desirable. But I'm talking about an imaginary 13-year-old.
Oh, that must have been so embarrassing and weird. Thank you, Hardcore Poacher. Yes.
he does.
He speaks with authority. Here, he speaks with authority, where he really doesn't need to. On stage, it's all whispers. Once upon a time, it was like 10 years ago. No, 1990. No, it was 2009.
And the thought of that being seen as desirable is fucking disgusting. So as an actor, I have to make her say,
So as an actor,
You-
I've got
you
to
had-
see my credits in a little film called Cricket Snapper.
Yeah. He's not. Oh, I guess you could say you're acting. Wow, he's like he's an actor, writer, director, singer, songwriter, guitarist.
Songwriter, guitarist.
Wow.
Not a pedophile. He's
And
never been to prison.
not only not a but he also finds the idea of pedophilia disgusting personally.
Disgusting.
Yeah, he personally takes issue with that. He's like, I don't know about y'all, but like I think that's wrong. So obviously you could imagine how challenging it was for me to write the skit that I was writing and had complete creative control over when I had to make lots of jokes about eating little girls and like trying not to draw attention to the fact that it sounds kind of like you're eating out a girl, which I don't want you to think about, but like could you imagine? Like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
He's so gross, but could you imagine? Like, oh god.
See, as an actor, I have to take you there.
No,
but
yeah,
not
as a writer, I'm prepared
As
to
a
face that,
writer.
but as an actor, it's a whole different ballgame. You know?
because I have to sell that to you because they didn't write it for me.
I got handed the script, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I had to go to a deep, dark place. Because I'm such a method actor, I had to become...
I went on Instagram and I liked pictures of little kids in genie costumes. I had to live that character.
And it shows in how great my performance was, I think. Cars.
It's beautiful as a picture. But then you think of what he wanted to do. And
All right, real quick, off-topic debate. Does he put things in his nose, or does he just make those noises?
I think he just sniffs. Like, I think he has like a I don't mean like Tourette's isn't a joke, but like a reflex like that where it's just like it's like a twitch
tick,
almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm leaning towards nervous tick because it comes out when he's streaming, but it's really predominant in the mini interview.
Yes. Yeah, it definitely is a it's kind of like his loading screen is just like as his
the beach ball and the loading or the fax machine loading sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
it's like, oh, my stomach turns.
I hope that shows up on that 90s show, or else it won't be authentic.
Yeah. Hey, how about this internet, huh? Pretty cool.
How about this internet?
It's slow, but it's here. I could look up anything on the World Wide Web. Look at that.
It is. There's going to be a joke going like, this internet is so fast, and then it just cuts there.
What do you think about the internet, Red? It's a fad. It'll never last.
It'll never. Yeah, ha ha ha. Get it? Because as a audience, you're watching this on the internet. Do you get it? Just have Jorrun come in and explain every joke. Like Netflix now has a feature like subtitles that you can click and Jorrun appears in the corner and he just explains everything to you.
You can watch the Netflix series, or you can watch Jorrun's phone recording of the Netflix series while he does commentary and Mystery Science Theater like comments over it and adds context to every joke.
It's just a head with a huge dent in it, but you can just see the silhouette from the back, just like a big crater sticking out of it.
Good night, Catchy.
Hey, good night, Catchy.
TCAP says, don't play the calls, don't use topless fat guy. I can honestly say I've never thought of doing that and didn't want to.
And I don't play the calls because I'm not a hack.
I've said it before. He doesn't play calls because he doesn't know how.
Right. He doesn't get it. Like, he's like,
he should know.
Record their screens, like their audio speakers, to get the calls to go through.
Yeah, he was close to figuring it out once or twice, but I'm pretty sure he makes the point that I don't do that. Like, but he knows that people do. That's the thing he says. Like, people do the call. That's only one of many things that people in the community do, and he makes a point to say like everybody does that. Like, he knows everybody does that, and if he wants to be a part of the, he would do it if he knew how, but he really doesn't know how to run like multiple programs when he doesn't know how to screen capture.
No.
Yeah.
Off the Verge, Schrodinger's pervert, diddling kids or eating them, no one wins. Verge, you're a really smart guy.
Did Off the Verge change their name or did they just disappear? Because that's a name I hear so much in Jorrun stuff, but don't see very often.
I hear it in a lot of like old Sundays with COD that I like listen to, but I don't know.
I wouldn't blame them for changing their name if they did. Honestly, I would. Yeah.
Guy, I love that joke.
What if like Jorrun in every stream every 5 minutes said Heisenberg White? You just changed
my
your
brother,
name.
my best friend, yes, my personal confidant, but the person I trust so much that I do everything that they tell me to do and follow their advice and want to be tied to forever. That Heisenberg White, yes. Off the Verge is on the Discord. Oh, so it sounds like they just went off the grid, more like.
Joe relates to Schrodinger's cat. Let's see.
Jorrun, you're going to laugh at reference to Schrodinger's cat, and you're just going to sit there and not explain it to us?
what that is,
I
what
don't
that
even-
thought experiment is.
How am I supposed to know if he doesn't explain it?
It's
I don't-
called director's commentary.
Damn it. I wish he
Fucking
wasn't
waste-
so smart.
Fucking wasted time.
This comedy's going way over my head. So smart.
Rhoda, I think the video should.
I am prepared to continue on for a couple more minutes here. I'm always surprised, aren't you? Like, how much more could we possibly say about this guy? And there's always, it's not even anything new. It's just like, and another thing, like, and also, he's creepy and old and probably smells, and I don't like him. And I want to expand on that a little bit, you know? Oh my goodness. How is there still 40 minutes of this stream?
Be named cute kitties with a kitten thumbnail. Lauren won't bother.
Maybe I'll have you and Callie back for the finale.
Yeah. I've been on. I know I've been on Wes's stream for like the Jordan trivia with Callie, but I don't think I've ever streamed with Callie, so that'd be fun.
She is pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
You are by far my favorite person that I've streamed with this week, hands down.
So are you. So are
No.
you.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Nice.
Bother. Not only trolls. Yes. As Lauren.
For someone who's obsessed with Chris Chan, why aren't we talking about Jim Roush? That's a good question, Mike Pence. Hey, there's Callie. I was gonna, for someone as fascinated by Chris Chan or Christopher Western Chandler, he in his head, he never connects the dots that he laughs at Chris Chan thinking that there's this organized cabal of like technically in the law there's the private villa of corrupt a couple people that are trying to fuck with him on purpose, but he thinks the trolls are like in every have infiltrated every facet of his life and are out to get him for some reason because he's so he has the potential to be so successful with his Sonichu and his comics, and he laughs at Chris Chan and goes, "That's not what trolls do. It's all in your. Why would that doesn't make any sense? You're crazy. Look at this crazy person." And he sees trolls exactly the same way. Like he doesn't understand. He sees trolls as like terrorists and like villain, like real life people who wake up, fuck with him all day, and then go to bed, and that's all they do.
That's it. There are a lot of people dedicated to doing that with Jorrun.
Some people do it very well, right?
Lauren says, just type my name into Google and watch the magic happen.
We could do that with you now, Jorrun.
I do encourage you all to type Jorrun into Google. Just be careful when you find the Google Drive, the Google Drive.
The Google Drive.
Yeah, the Google Drive.
Google.
Kate,
Which is called, I think, the Tiny PP Dump
Yeah,
or
I know.
something, or can't remember what it's called. But I see it every time I open up Google Drive and I laugh at it. Just the name.
You're gonna accidentally have that shit open. You know, somebody's gonna. That is gonna be a hard one to explain.
Luckily, I work from home, so it'd be hardly
That's good.
anybody
yeah.
would walk into my home office and see it. Luckily,
Tiny PP dump.
Tiny PP Dump.
You mind explaining?
So, like,
this?
I guess the only thing you could think of is it would be pictures of the person whose computer you're on. So you'd be like, oh wow, you actually named it that. It's like, no, my dick is big.
Flip the blame. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's strange that drive because I deleted that.
It says authentication error when I click on it. Yeah,
like,
it's the pictures are too big that it just won't load. So
he's like, Jorrun, just double click it and open it. I'm clicking it, and it's not open. It's like I could see you were clicking it you're not double click. Double click? Am I hearing that? Double click. You can only
Double-
click once at a time, right? Like, am I
Right.
supposed to click like the left and the right mouse at the?
Right,
is that
both
what
at a
that-
time?
Like I'm moving the mouse up and down off the desk. Is that helping at all? I don't understand why that.
Do I click on the mouse and on the keypad at the same time?
You say double click, so I'm clicking once. That was the first one, and here is the second one, and it's not opening. It's so weird.
Miss Casey Moreau is a little petite, but
She's also old and ugly. Ugh.
Have you seen her eyes recently? Oh my
Oh.
god, she's so old.
She looks older than when she was younger. Hey, in Jordan's defense, he's always looked like that, you know. So
That's true.
aging is like a weird thing. He's like, you weren't just born and old. You don't have, like, it's like Benjamin Button syndrome, except you just stay old. You're born an old man, you die an old man.
definitely taller than a 13-year-old, right? I think that's safe to say.
Casey.
Charlotte, Lauren has taken years off
Casey.
his life expectancy screaming in about. Yes, he definitely has. That's why I don't believe the whole theory that Lauren's gonna outlive all of us. No.
Mike Pence. Fucking hell.
I give him a decade. With all his bad habits, not count.
This is bad. There are some really great people in the chat right now, and Mike Pence is the only one with a wrench. Yikes.
Yeah, that is bad.
That is a
Bad news
gamble.
bears.
Goodness.
Counting karma, which is real. I give him a decade maximum.
You know what, Jorrun? Karma is real. That's very astute of you. That was a good foresight.
All right, here we go.
Here we
I'm still
go.
ahead.
And here
Here we go.
Hey.
Back to the middle of the third time we've done this. Here we go. Let's get started.
The little girl got him to sit down.
Do you know why I have these black balls? I come home, and my wife, she has big black balls. And she says, "Where are your black balls?"
My wife is there with a big a black man, and I said I can
Black man.
So I
And
take my
you know,
balls
you
and do
know
this
what
to
I
myself.
do? I beat the shit out of my balls. And I go, "Do you like these now, honey?" And you know what she does? She cries and leaves.
So she disappears because she never existed.
Why so blackball? You know how I got these black balls?
So I grabbed the big pen. Spill ink everywhere.
You know I have these black balls. My father would beat me when I got home every day, and
Let's put mac and cheese on that dick.
so I took out a knife and I cut my ball. I cut the circulation for my balls, and now they're black.
Have you ever heard of testicular torsion? Oh, fuck. God damn.
I'm only burning my half of my black ball. You want to see a magic trick?
It's not about balls.
It's not about balls. This town deserves a different type of ball. Black ball.
It's simple. We kill the ball man.
We kill the black ball.
The dark balls.
The dark ball rises.
All right.
Here's the thing, Joker. You didn't expect that all the black balls have risen together. The black balls aren't what we need right now, so we chase them.
Yep. Oh, oh my God. The white, there's the white knight and the dark knight.
And we have here Harvey Dent in his head. It's just Jordan.
Harvey Dent in his head. Fuck. I'm crying. Harvey Dent. That's another Photoshop. The fucked up Two-Face on Jordan's face. Go, which one is supposed to be Two-Face?
Well, they call him Harvey Dent in his head, but really, one of his balls is black and one of the ones are white.
Harvey O-Face.
Harvey O-Face. Like the Calendar Man, the Batman villain Calendar Man. It's Coupon Man. He just comes and jizzes on your coupons when you're not looking. Like, damn it, Coupon Man!
It's buy 3, get 1 free tires today, Batman. That's it. We peaked. We're not. I gotta end it there.
Yeah, we really do.
Fear not, folks. There is still an unfortunate amount of Jorrun.
There's an absurdly amount of time left in this stream.
It's just ridiculous. Fuck's sake, that was so
Black
funny.
balls begin. You've heard of blue balls.
Holy
this
shit.
summer. Black
the black balls begin. Oh my gosh. All right, well, this was a treat. This was a little middle of the week pleasure. I enjoyed this, and grand finale will come soon. Winnie's boyfriend / husband. Are we to expect anything from you soon? Do you have anything in the works, or?
I wouldn't say anything necessarily works, but Cornville and I have to finish our Jordan Kennedy stream, so we'll probably do that maybe like tomorrow or the next day after that. But other than that,
we'll be happy to tune into that.
Yeah. Other than
well,
that,
I'll be
no,
happy to
just
tune
be
into it to
random
hear
streams.
you. I honestly hate the Kennedy stream so much.
It's much more tolerable to listen to with other people and talk about it at the same
Yes.
time. To just sort of sit there, even if you're playing video games or drawing or choosing on
Please,
coupons, it's just too much to listen to alone.
Please make it bearable. I'm really. You could just have your dishwasher running in the background, just a little extra noise to drown out between the two of them. You got to figure what, maybe 2-3 brain cells probably. It's rough.
I
Fucking
honestly
hell,
can't remember
Wes.
how that stream ends. So I'm excited to get
It
to
never
the end of it,
ends.
'cause
That's the problem.
it never ends.
It literally never ends. Ugh. Hey, everybody who showed up today, thank you so much. I had
Yes,
a lot of
thank you.
fun. All right, I guess this is like mini Jorlai now. Jorlai in November. Wait.
July and Christmas.
Yeah. It's the other way around. All right. Yeah. Good night, folks. I'll be back soon.
Good night.
Let's end with our bye, sweetheart.